Hi. Hi guys and dolls, how are you? It's a little bit moody out there today. It's raining the entire week in New York City again for like the second week in 3 or 4 weeks in a row now. So it's a little bit gloomy. And with gloom comes lighting that isn't so great, but I actually kind of dig this moody look we're going for here. I like it. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are really good. I have my phone here for notes and for emergencies, as if anyone would be calling me right now. Because someone asked me about the lip I've been using recently. Hello, New York traffic once again. It never ceases to amaze me. Um, I have got the this is Glossier, so it's like a tinted, not really tinted. It's like a matte gloss. The suit. What color is this? It's called Shift. Anyway, it's from Glossier, so you can go find that. My mascara is from Glossier too. If you haven't already, we are going to talk a little bit about last week's vlog. We're going to talk a little bit about Maybe Allie, episode 3. I'm in the middle of figuring that one out. The weather hasn't been cooperating with me, so I haven't really been able to film as much as I want to, which kind of sucks. And we're also just gonna talk about what resetting looks like and what life looks like lately for all of us. Look at this hair. Look at this hair, guys. I went out yesterday with my husband, Armand. We went to go see Dead Outlaw. I've seen it before. You've seen it on a previous vlog. But I was so obsessed with it, and I was so obsessed with getting him to see it. I finally won a telecharge lottery to see it for 2 tickets, not one. So we ended up in the mezzanine, which was good because I liked that angle a lot at the Longacre Theater. If you don't do theater often or are not in New York, the Longacre Theater for me is pretty infamous on being very uncomfortable. So the lower I am, the less like pleasant it is to see things. And so when we were in mezzanine and we were like towards the left side, so we had trouble seeing everything that was going on the left side. But that's fine. It is what it is when you're only paying like $33 for your ticket, right? I've got my coffee with me. Got 2 new Nespresso flavors, the limited edition flavors I love trying. I'm doing like the creamy vanilla one that you're supposed to ice, but I didn't have time to ice it because I was already late for this live, like 2 minutes. So like, I'll just forego the ice and see how it is hot. Yeah, so we got rained on last night, so that's why my hair is herring right now. It is what it is. This is the second live we're doing. I had a hilarious time with the first one. I don't shy away from literally telling you guys I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea what the best approach to my live streams are because I'm not really a like get ready with me girl, but I'm also not a beauty girl per se. Like even I struggled just telling you what the hell was on my lips, right? So those are not my strong suits. My strong suits are telling you guys stories and then just showing you my life within those stories that I'm telling in the vlogs, right? So live streaming is kind of difficult because it kind of puts you right in front, right? And then there's like no filter, no holds bar. You kind of just have to go with it and hope for the best. And so far, so good. I mean, I've lasted 4 minutes and I haven't like wanted to cry yet. So I think we're good there. I kind of like that there aren't so many folks here to begin with. Um, I think that by the time an audience starts really coming in and coming here regularly with me Wednesdays at 2, that I'll be so comfortable in front of a camera that the first few live streams that you guys like look back on, including this one, will probably be really laughable because it'll just be like, oh my God, look at her. She was so like wackadoodle. Look at that. Look. It is what it is, right? We're doing what we're doing. So last week's vlog. Thank you for watching, those who did, by the way. I changed up the styles a little bit. I'm still playing with fonts, and I'm still playing with color grading and how I want things to look, so that hopefully when this channel gets more established, it's just a set tone and it's a set thing, how I do things, and I can change it up, you know, here and there. A lot of the advice I got when I started this channel pretty much was play around as much as you can now, because the moment you blow up, you aren't going to be able to play around as much, because people will be here for a specific thing. So you want to play around, toy around, get comfortable now, and practice and get all those kinks out now, so that when I'm ready, we're good to go. And I'm taking that to heart and playing around. So last week's vlog was a little bit different than the others. Still storytelling based, but I played around with fonts and text stickers and stuff like that. I've been using CapCut to edit, so it's just the easiest for people like me who are beginners with editing and, again, have no idea what they're doing. In that vlog, we did a lot of cleaning. We spent a lot of time in the apartment here in Harlem, and we cleaned a lot. Because it's time. Like, the weather's getting better. Everything just screams, like, get in all the nooks and crannies, like, even deeper than I normally would, because I clean pretty often. It just, for some reason, with the railroad style apartment, dust is just, it comes from everywhere. And because we don't have a lot of windows to really filter much of that out, it kind of just stays, which is kind of why I want to get plants, because I feel like plants would help me out there in terms of just kind of cleaning up the air a little bit. If you hear any noise, my neighbors are doing weird construction shit again. And also around this time into like after school hours, the kiddos go up and down the stairs and all this other shit. It is what it is for the time of day. So I spring cleaned a lot. And in that spring cleaning, I also did a lot of reflecting and a lot of meditating too. I don't know if any one of you guys like to sort of slow down a bit at the start of each season. I like to slow down a bit at the start of each season to just kind of really get a gauge for who's in my life, what's in my life, what can I change, what can I not change, and how I can take it from there. And I did a lot these past couple of weeks in terms of sort of resetting my mind a bit. I meditated a lot. Mother's Day was a hard day for me. I miss my mom dearly. And I decided to just people in my life, reevaluate who was there, who was here, and really figure out like what I can do to better myself, which includes the kind of people that I'm around. Like some of the people that I have been around lately have not been good for me. And I recognize that, and I own that a lot. It's just, there are a lot of energy vampires, people that just want to suck the sunshine out of me half the time. And I made a conscious choice to not let that happen anymore. And it's been very quiet and very rewarding and very, did I mention quiet? It's been very quiet. My phone has become, as the kiddos like to say, it's very dry. It's very dry, which means I don't get a lot of messages from people. I don't get a lot of stuff from people. I think people have recognized that they've probably reflected within themselves and have realized that their energies are just not conducive to the type of person I'm trying to become. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to figure out what this life is like without my mother, right? And without her guidance, because I don't really have anyone to guide me. I'm doing a lot of this on my own now. I do listen to people, but at the end of the day, it's what I decide at the end of the day. And so I have to be cognizant of that and really just like understand that. Um, so there's a few people that I just decided to quietly turn from friends into acquaintances. And it is of no fault to them. And I made the decision that, if I were to be approached about it, that is when I can discuss it, but it's not a discussion I need to have. I don't hide too much of myself. And so people have recognized that I'm doing this for my own well being. And so it's on them whether or not they want to, um, understand what I'm doing or get defensive about what I'm doing. And so it's been a journey. It's been a journey to say. To say the least. It's been a journey. So in that vlog too, I also saw Real Women Have Curves in that vlog, and that was something. That was a beautiful show. It's based on the movie that came out in like, oh God, when did Real Women Have Curves come out? I'm sure someone in the replay will tell me. I think 2000. I'm not sure. But it stars, I think it was America Ferrera's, was that her debut movie? That might have been her debut movie. But she's the daughter of immigrants who is working at a clothing factory with her mother and her sister. And everyone in her family is illegal except for her because she was born in the country. And it's just the trials and tribulations of that, but also the trials and tribulations of growing up and wanting to be your own person and wanting to work on your own dreams and not necessarily work on the dreams of your parents. And so she wants to go to school in New York City. She wants to go to school in Columbia, which is in here in New York, and they are out in California. So it's you know mothers who need to let go and let their children follow their dreams. It's daughters who need to understand why it is their parents are the way they are. It's a lot for one movie. And so to translate that over into music and into a musical, I thought it was interesting that they even wanted to attempt it. And then they did. They attempted it. And it was quite something. I cried a few times because, again, made me think of my mom, made me think of the kind of relationship we had, and made me wish that I had that time with her. I wish I had that time with her. So to really understand the choices that she made for me, right? Why did she decide on some of the things she decided on? And so, it's hard because those are questions I'm never gonna have answered now, and you gotta deal with that. Um, but beyond that vlog from last week, watch it if you haven't. I left it in the chat if anyone happens to come in here and just kind of wants to peep in for a few seconds. Left it in the chat if you want to do that instead, or just wait on the other two vlogs that I've got coming. I'm working on two at the same time, which is something I haven't done yet for this channel, and it's quite complicated, only because, again, the weather has been so bad. It's been so rainy, and some of the places that I want to go are not necessarily specific location based, they're more area based. So I want to take you to neighborhoods rather than specific stores and things of that nature. And so I need to have, some decent weather in order for me to walk about the way that I want to and show you as much of each of these neighborhoods as I can. And so it's a little difficult. The weather hasn't been on my side, so I've been vlogging a lot more than usual so I can get vlogs out to you. And then for maybe Allie, I've been trying to get footage whenever I can, but it's just hard. It's hard with the weather. It's so hard. This episode of Maybe Allie, working on number 3 already. I can't believe it. Three. Working on number 3. thank you so much for the support on the series already. I can't thank you enough. Like, I can't thank you guys enough for even being here, honestly. But episode 3 is about areas in New York City that you can shop in. So, hence me talking about shopping a little bit. And I want to take you to 5 different areas in New York City that I feel like are really good shopping areas. So, as cliche and boring as it is, I'm probably going to take you to the West Village because it counts. But I also want to do like Soho, the Soho Nolita area. I also want to do like the South Street Seaport. I also want to do Rockefeller Center. And so I have places in mind. Specific stores, leave in the comments if there are specific stores you want me to go into. I will gladly go into them for you. I debated going to Century 21, and then I ultimately was like, I don't know if I want to make that journey, which is funny because if you know South Street Seaport, I'm making that journey anyway, so I might as well just go. So we'll see when that vlog comes out. I initially wanted that episode of Maybe Allie to come out on the 21st. And then I looked at the weather. It's raining all week. Like, I really wish, guys, I'm not making that shit up. It's raining right now. And then when I go down today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it's been like that since Monday. So cries and wants to film, can't film. Now I'm looking at my emails. Who's here with me? I mean, like, this is just chill. We're just chilling. I'm looking at my emails. I'm looking at notes. I'm looking at things. It happens. So in that episode, I want to take you to neighborhoods that are good for shopping and for dining. I can't wait to get back to the South Street Seaport. I haven't been there in a while. I take that area for granted all the time. It's in more of like the old New York area, I like to say, because that's where a lot of the buildings, we have a lot of landmarks there. A lot of the buildings aren't touched there. They're still very much like old New York. A lot of things made out of wood down there, cobblestones, the works. And so I take it for granted being down there. I don't do it often, but it's such a beautiful area. So I want to show it to you guys, but like, it's gross. It's gross outside. And then I'm a person, if you saw that last vlog, I'm a person who does not love rain. And if I could make sure I never step foot in it, I try really hard to. And I've been blessed to be able to work in a profession where I can kind of make my own rules. And in making my own rules, I get to decide that I'm not going out. Oh, this coffee is so good. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and then I'm also going to do a mini vlog for you. So something really small that is centered in West Village. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. A couple of people were like, "You should just go try and see West Village because West Village gets the girls a lot of hits." And while I'm not looking for superstardom, I would like some more growth on the channel. If the West Village and Brooklyn are going to be it, I will go once in a while. I don't mind. I used to work in the West Village. I used to work at a hat shop there. So I'm not unfamiliar with the area. It's just an annoying area for me and lots of unnecessary memories, I like to say. Yeah. I lost my train of thought there. One thing I will say about doing lives like this is that you really have to like be on your P's and Q's the entire time and try to like not get stuck in thought. And so you're forcing yourself to sort of think on your feet, which is so I could do it, but not as easily as I used to be able to. I used to be a complete chatterbox, like chat all the time. And yeah, I don't really do it as much anymore. I'm a lot more quiet. I'm a lot more reserved. I'm a lot more to myself, even though I'm showing you guys so much of my life, right? But again, I am choosing what I show you. I'm not necessarily there are two people arguing down there. I'm not necessarily showing you every single aspect. So with that comes, those trials and tribulations, I say. I've been doing a lot of just quiet reflecting on a lot of things that I've done, like I was saying before. I work best when I'm alone. I work best in the quiet. And so I always like to take like an hour a day and just be in silence. It's harder to do on weekends because, I have my partner here with me and he can get noisy. But I think he always is very good about sensing when I need some quiet time. And then he'll just kind of stick to his office for a little bit and let me just kind of sit. Anyone else ever like do that? Just kind of need the quiet? I feel like sometimes I feel like it's just me, but no. But life's been okay. I just had a conversation with my best friend. She lives out in Jersey now. She just moved. And we were talking about, what it means to be calm and comfortable and at peace. And I think we both decided that it means that life is boring. That life is just boring right now. And like I said before, my phone is dry. Nobody's contacting me. And by the way, when you don't extend yourself so much to people, you will be very surprised at how quiet your phone gets. Very surprised, because people are used to you being the one doing that. And so you sort of realize very quickly, no one really looks for you if you're not like pushing for it, which kind of made me sad because dang, I want so badly for, to keep a lot of connections, that I've been holding dear to my heart for so long, but letting go and letting your life get boring, because boring isn't necessarily safe, but boring is peaceful. And I think where I am right now, where I'm at right now in life, I need peaceful more than I need something crazy exciting. I need peaceful. And so peaceful for me looks like loading and unloading the dishwasher, going on a coffee run and then coming right back home, staying home when it's raining outside and I don't want to be out. Just, things that bring me peace. Things and people. People more importantly. I've really just been subtracting so much. And does it make me sad? Yes. But I know that by the end of this year, my life looks completely different because I'm doing that. Because I'm being cognizant of the energies around me, and I'm being cognizant of the fact that there are just some people and some things that can't come with me for whatever this chapter looks like. The sky is getting so gray. It is 2:26 in the afternoon on May 14th. I hope to goodness you are going inside if you are in the Harlem area, because the sky is going gray and dark at a rapid rate, and there is a bunch of rain about to hit. Oh my God. And if the lighting here gets crazy, that's confirmation that those clouds are like here and about to do their thing. Don't mind me. I'm just going to look and see if I touched on as much as I needed to touch on for this live. We're all working together here in real time. Put my coffee down for a second. We're all in this together, right? What is that? High School Musical? I've never seen a High School Musical movie. Please don't come for me. I just want, I love Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens and all that. Just those movies never appealed to me. So don't kill me. Let's see here. Yeah, I touched on that. Touched on that too. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. How meta would it be for me to turn on this live on my phone right now? And just kind of see myself in there. Yeah. I wish it wasn't so dreary out. I hope to be able to. I'm gonna have to take you off the webcam at some point and like live stream with you on my cell phone so that I could take you places with me. I'm thinking about doing not necessarily walkthroughs, but I've been thinking about just kind of like maybe sitting in the park with you guys, or I got 2 different parks at my disposal here. How lucky am I to be like in central Harlem, so I can walk wherever and everything is pretty accessible. So like I have Morningside and I have Central, like 15 blocks that way or so. Not even 15, less, more. I don't know. Anyway, more, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I want to take you guys to the park. I want to walk with you guys. I get very inspired by people that I watch on YouTube as well. And so I watch George Han's lives all the time. And he's always in the park with his dog. And he's always like at a coffee shop or what have you. And I'm like, I got to start like just doing it, just taking you guys with me everywhere. And then you really want to get like the alley version of New York, that would be where we start. And the rain is coming. My window is getting wet. People are pulling out their umbrellas. Oh, I see a corgi. Corgi butt. I love corgi butt. Corgi butt's my favorite. Corgi butt. I hope it doesn't get too hard, because if it starts coming down super hard, just like last week, you guys are on top of my AC and you're just gonna hear nothing but like trickles of rain. So I'm kind of hoping that like it stays light so that we don't have to experience that. I'm wearing a like a black onesie type, not one, black like tank shirt dress thing from Parade. I just wanted to be comfortable today, as I always do when I'm doing these lives. I'm gonna just be comfortable, and if you guys are with the shits, you guys are with it. So much noise everywhere, but that's Harlem and that's New York. Ay. I'm also working on episode 4 of Maybe Alley. I think I wanted to do different parks in New York for that episode. I have to remember. I have it in my Notion calendar. My Notion calendar is like, I have a whole section in my Notion calendar where it's just notes, and it's literally the notes area is just called video ideas, and it's just the longest list ever of titles and things that I want to talk about and do. So I think I'm going to be here on YouTube for a while because I'm a completionist, and when I make a list, I try really, 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 really hard to finish said list. And yeah, it might take me a while to finish that one. I'm debating whether or not I actually wash my hair, because I was planning on doing it today, but A, I don't have any plans for the rest of the week because rain. And B, like it's still, I washed it a few days ago, so it's not like super dirty right now. I give it like another day before I want to do something. I've been doing this a lot to my hair. See that's a natural like part that my hair always wants to do. I'm trying to do like a middle part, but it just won't do it. I also have a cowlick. That's my cowlick right there. So it is what it is. And my giant forehead. I used to have bangs. For those of you who've known me for a while and have followed this channel since last December 17th, I started this channel. So if you've known me for a while, you know that I cut my bangs on a existential crisis haircut, I feel like, in January. I was going through it in terms of stress and anxiety, and I was just, there was a lot going on, and it got really bad, and so I cut my hair, cut my bangs, and then I got them officially cut in February. fixed because my bangs were terrible. I look back at any of those vlogs in January, my hair was crazy. But then all of a sudden in April, I just like woke up. March. I woke up and I was like, I don't want these bangs anymore. And now I'm growing out my hair again so that it could be long and like doing whatever it does. I want to try to get it to like here. We'll see. Here. We'll see. We'll see where I get it. I don't know. Boobage is what I call it. We'll get it to boobage. And then I like dyed it light, and then I went back to dark a month later. So like I'm going through a lot mentally up here for a little while. I'm a lot better now. You just realize things, and you just kind of realize that there's a lot of things out there that are just not for you, and you realize what they are. You don't want them in your life anymore. So for me, that's what a spring reset, like spring cleaning, spring anything is about, right? It's a rejuvenation. It's resetting and restarting from scratch. So you can go into the summer and everything is a clean slate. And you do the same thing when fall comes around, and you do like a fall reset, and you get ready to like hunker down because, for the next few months, you're probably inside more and you're not doing as much. And it all is relative. But what you are doing is protecting yourself, protecting your energy, protecting the things and the people that matter to you the most. And it's very important that you recognize what those things are so that you can protect them as best as you can, is what I like to say. Yeah. But life's good. Life is boring. And like my girlfriend told me, like my best friend told me, boring is good. Boring is good. And I have to be okay with boring being good. If anybody is into astrology, I am a Capricorn. So, I am an earth sign, but the majority of my chart is in fire. I'll have a lot of Sagittarius and Aries energy in my chart, and Leo energy, because I'm a Leo moon. So sometimes there's a part of me that wants like spontaneity and wants like fun and can be reckless and can do things that are just not a good idea, and that always like bites me in the butt later on in life. So I'm trying to tune into my earth sign. I'm trying to turn into my earth sign bit a little more. Huh? I'm doing that thing again where I stare at my phone. I'm trying to go into my earth sign bits a little more so that I could just be more grounded and not chasing spontaneity and not chasing harmful things in my life and thinking before I do. I think before I speak a lot, but I don't necessarily think before I do a lot of times. That also bites me in the butt sometimes. So I'm learning really hard to just kind of control that. Oh God, I'm watching. Unfortunately, the rain is getting heavier. Thank God it's not making noise on my AC, but I am watching people like running everywhere. They're scattering people who don't have umbrellas and stuff. And I feel so bad. That's happened to me twice now in the past 2 weeks, and I'm just kind of tired of it all. This weather is such a downer. It becomes such a downer. Let's see. What do I have coming up? Let's do that, and then we'll wrap up because I'm sure that you guys are tired of me yapping. One day there'll be enough of you in the chat so that we can chat some more. Um, what am I up to? I have no shows lined up, so there's no Broadway coming up anytime soon, which is good for my wallet because those shows can get pricey even with the lottery. Even with the lottery, if you win enough lotteries, you're still spending a good amount of money, right? So, I don't have any shows lined up. I don't really have much in the way of anything ticketed lined up. I know that I want to go to the Whitney Museum because there's an exhibit I want to see there. That's really it, though. That's really it. For the rest of May, I don't have much, and I think I'm okay with that. I'm pretty okay with that. Like I said, boring is good. Boring is very good for me right now. Let's see. There are a couple Yankee games that I would like to go to for the summer. Usually, the husband and I, we like to go to 2 or 3 games a season just to be in the room. You know, the Yankees are definitely my team. They're his too. He's from the Bronx. We don't do Queens. Don't kill me in the comments, please. But yeah, the Yankees are our team. So we try to go to games when we can. The city is alive right now because the Knicks are in the playoffs and they're in the semifinals, and I think they're up 3-1 right now. So they need one more to get to the next round. So New York is insane with Knicks fans. We actually live near a few bars, and over the weekend they were like packed to the point where they were overflowing with people drinking. And I think they had to like shut down for a little while and like disperse some people at some of these places because they're just hanging out on the street drinking. At that point, you're not really in the bar anymore, so you kind of have to like control that. So the city's alive. I'm alive. I'm grateful. That word doesn't get tossed by me lightly. When I say that I'm grateful, I mean it. I know how fortunate I am to have the kind of life that I have. And it's nice. Things are nice. Things are good. I can't complain. Yeah. Okay, with that, guys and dolls, I'm leaving the link to my newsletter in the chat as well. If you want to sign up, please do. I would love to have more subscribers to the newsletter. The newsletter is definitely more blog heavy. You're going to get a lot of stuff that happens on my website, which is also in the chat. For those of you who are going to watch the replay, just click on the chat. Like if you want to see what was going on in the chat, which isn't much yet. You can find all the links there. I'll probably leave some of the links in the description too, just so you guys have them on hand. So get ready for Maybe Allie episode 3. That one's going to be about shopping areas, and then a couple more vlogs to round out the month. And then, of course, the monthly recap for May, which is just it's really a compilation of everything I've done for the month, all in one video for those, because there are a few people that would much rather just put on my recaps and just kind of watch everything I did and binge it that way. And so sometimes those videos are like an hour plus long, which is totally fine. I like to give all of you options on how you want to watch my channel. So there's that. But yeah, I think I think we might be good for this live stream. Take a look at the website, sign up for the newsletter, subscribe to the channel, tell somebody about the channel, let them know that I'm here. If they like my vibe, cool, stick with me. I promise I get funnier at some point. Depends on who you talk to. And yeah, I love you guys and dolls, and I won't want nothing but goodness and kindness and beautifulness for all of you. And I will see you on the next video, which is coming probably in a week or so. So from you're gonna get shorts, and that's really it. Because and like I said before, doing two at the same time, but also this rain is delaying me, baby. I need a pocket of time. I'm watching umbrellas getting flipped upside down. Like, no, I'm not going out. I'm not going out. All right, guys. Take care.